Hello and welcome everybody out there in Twitch and D&D land to the newest session of the new Embrace campaign. Now, before we jump right into the action, as per usual, we have a few short announcements to make. The first one is open slots. We are closing in on that Tuesday early and the Wednesday early slots for being able to fire off and have fun with it. And if you enjoyed this game, as you can see down below, we do have an open slot available. All of the games are pay to play, so if you are interested in it, all you have to do is reach out to me, prove that you're not a terrible human being, and more or less I let you play in our games. It's pretty simple. But yeah, if you are interested in any of the games we have or any of the time slots we have, just look in the description. I would be more than welcome to, or more than happy to welcome any of you into the community. Additionally, we have TPK Kick. It is a Kickstarter going on. They hit their first milestone. They fucking obliterated it in 2 days. So it is official. The second bestiary is coming out for 2C Gaming. It is going to be fantastic. I utilize one of the books on a daily basis as a professional DM. Anybody who likes unique things for high-level combat, yeah, it's perfect for you. It's fantastic. So you definitely want to jump on that Kickstarter, get yourself an early access PDF. They are doing live showings of some of the things happening inside of the game and modules in the server, but that is exclusive for anybody who's already over there on their Patreon, so definitely reach out to them if you are interested in it. Dungeon Masters, get it. It's fantastic. And outside of that, I don't think there's anything else I care to talk about. So, Zen, what the hell happened last session?
The party deciding that they wanted to go to Southern Fion, a territory to the south.
You're really quiet.
Oh, sorry. The party decided they wanted to go to Southern Fion, a territory to the south from where they were. Decided that heading north would be a better option because taking the route by sea was much faster. The party was able to get into the Faith Forest and get to a port town there. At the port town, they were able to join a fighting pit, meeting some interesting individuals there, and throwing themselves to the fight. Kothar, making it to the finals, decided that in order to acquire a guaranteed vessel, he was going to throw the fight for a person named Mia, who was a captain, actually. The pretty well-performed fight. Mia did win, and we met them out back, finding out that actually our little halfling friend, oh my god, where does his name go?
Marshall.
Yep, Marshall.
Wait, mashed potato or the other one?
Mitch.
Yeah, it's Marshall and Mitch.
Mitch
was your sponsor.
Actually, yeah, Mitch was my sponsor who worked for Mia Zarovich. Mitch led us to our ship that we were going on, and as we left, Solaris noticed that some people were waving and shouting at us as we took off into the night, coming to find out later on that the captain of her ship was actually a well-known pirate captain, wanted in Southern Fion, Faith Forest, many places on the eastern coast. We basically helped her acquire a ship, which also helped us acquire passage south. As the party was getting to know them a little better, they were searching through this ship that seemed to belong to a very gaudy and ostentatious person, finding some very interesting clothing and jewelry. And as the party was traveling for a few days, they found that they had reached themselves into the deeps, I believe is what it was called. And a storm hit as some of the party members went down to the bottom, and Gabriel, Kothar, Marshall, and I believe only Mia stayed up above to help maintain the ship. And that's where we left off.
So, as you're all catching your bearings from a huge wave that crush into your vessel, seemingly to spawn out of nowhere, rocking the entire ship and flooding water down below. Those of you below deck, you have begun taking on water a little bit, and it's beginning to be a bit of an issue as your feet are now soaking wet and water is sloshing back and forth amongst the ship itself. Those of you on top of the vessel, you are currently fighting against the waves as best as you possibly can. After Kothar caught you, Gabriel, holding you tight into one of these large pillars on top of the ship, looking back behind you at En, who is holding on to another one, and Mia, the only person standing firm at the actual stern, twisting and turning and maneuvering the ship for each of you. I would like you all to roll me initiative, please. Be sure to select your token.
Sorry, I'm having cat problems.
Yes, cats are problems.
Did I do it?
Yes, you did.
Woo. First time ever, I think.
Alrighty, now let me roll N. Ah, shit, I have to open up the character sheet, don't I? Yep. Doop, doop. Bad, not bad. And
I apologize on all the rolls.
Solaris. Well, this is getting really fucking annoying. Apparently, I have to log back into Roll20 each time I pop out a tab now. Okay. And now, finally, initiative for the ocean. 16. So, Kothar, you're going second. N is being pushed back because N is NPC right now. Mia has a higher dex than you do.
Okay, I actually rolled a 10 on the first one. True.
Oh, okay. So what's the total?
It added all those because it wasn't like registering on my computer.
Wait, you don't have advantage on initiative yet?
No, that's at level 5 or 6.
All right, cool. Then I'll move you all the way down. Mia being the first one to go. She starts shouting over the waves. Only those of you on top of the deck can actually hear her, though it is a little difficult from your current position, Kothar and Gabriel. And she is going to try to navigate her way through this storm. She peers up at the sails, looking at the way that the wind is pushing and brushing into them, noticing that the winds themselves are dragging you deeper and deeper into the depths. She shouts over top of the winds, "One of you, bring the sails down! We don't want to get pushed any further!" And she's going to continue to navigate and hopefully hold out against this. End being the next one to go. End is going to use their, I believe they said gust of wind, or wait, what? End said they had a spell that they could use, but they do not. Ah. N is going to try holding on for dear life. Cool. N is holding on for dear life. Gabriel, is now your go. You're currently being held by your arm by Kothar, who's holding on to the actual, what do you call those pillar things on ships? I don't know shit about ships. Stern?
The mainsail.
Mainsail. Yeah, there we go. So what
First
would
of
you
all,
like to do?
What day is this? How many,
Wednesday.
how many days into the journey are we?
Oh, second day.
Oh, okay. So,
You lost hit points from the crash of the ship that slammed you around a bit.
Yeah, from crashing into me.
Oh, okay. I
Yeah.
thought it was the Semper.
Yeah, because I lost it too.
Do I know how to do anything with the sails?
You've been on the ship for a day. You know that it is a rope that you are supposed to pull down. If you would like, you can give me an intelligence check to see if you remember which one it is. She's pointing it out. She points directly at which one it is. Oh, Gabriel, yeah, you actually paid really close attention while she was speaking and teaching you things. So you know more or less what she's talking about. Better than I do.
Okay, I go and let down the sails.
Alrighty, so while you are on this ship, you are treating every base movement as difficult terrain. The quaking of the ocean is just a bit too much for it not to be considered that. So you need to make it up here in order to start pulling down the sail, the main sail.
So I can go 10, 20, 30?
Alright,
Yep.
Tony, why should people join us?
10,
I
20.
can hear somebody's show playing.
10, 20, can I go over there, or do
So that was 10, 20, 30. Yeah, put you right there where you're at. And that was all of your movement. Now I need an athletics check from you to be able to pull down the sail against these winds. 17. You managed to grab onto it and pulling it with your weight and body, dragging and cranking it as much as you can. You do feel that the ship is now being teetered into the opposite direction, heavily rocking back and forth, as the sail is no longer just pushing and guiding you. However, Mia seems to be gaining a bit more control over the vessel. So that's your action.
Yeah, then I hold on to something.
You're holding on to that wheel up there, so you're good.
Okay.
So, Gabriel, you were the first one to go. Roll me a d6. Let's see what the ocean's going to do to you. Five. It continues. Okay. So, as you're all grabbing onto whatever facet you can, looking at everything happening and crashing, you watch as another large wave lifts up out of the water and crashes down on top of the ship. I need each of you to give me strength saving throws, even you down below deck this time. Wow, Solaris was successful. That's hilarious. All right, my dice are rolling insanely well. Hey, Solaris, you're here.
I saved.
I
Right?
rolled a nat 20 on your save. I didn't know you were here though, so you roll.
Okay.
Oh.
Oh, still pretty good.
16 is a save. Kothar, you were the only one who failed. Oh wait, Mia. Just barely a success. Marshall has advantage. He's good. And Chase is not good. So Kothar, you were the only one who failed. As you just got your bearing once again, reaching back up towards your huge pillar and grab your arm around, as soon as you try grabbing onto the rope, the entire ship rocks and sends you tumbling over to the side. Kothar, you are going to be pushed back 10 feet over in this direction, losing your grip onto what you were holding on to. You are also considered prone right now.
Goody.
Chase, the same thing happens to him, and he gets rocked over this way. 10 feet. Yep. Oh, he has to go diagonal because he can't run into that. So he's being rocked around and just spinning around in circles as well. All right, that's their turn. Marshall is going to go.
Do you?
Yes.
Sorry, quick question. Do you have Solaris up on deck or below?
Solaris is below deck.
Okay.
I put you where you were safest, but you're right by the stairs. So
Okay.
if
yeah.
you want
I'm
to
just,
do
like,
anything, I put you in that position.
Okay, he's kind of just like keeping an ear out. and like just being ready to use any kind of utility spells that he might be able to.
Then we'll get to that on your initiative.
Okay.
We're still on the first round. We kind of had a late start. But anyways, Marshall's go. Marshall, looking at the way that the waves are crashing all over the place, he is going to use his nimbleness and proficiency on this boat to release his grip on these ropes and go sliding down to this area. It helps being a nimble little halfling. Then climbing up, that is going to be 20 feet up here, and seems to be going to help Mia with the stern. So he's going to dash over there to try to help out a little bit more. Next, Rowan, your turn.
Okay. Rowan's just gonna kind of steady the horses.
Okay, roll animal handling. Thank you for reminding me there's horses.
Not sure what else she would do down there.
I don't know. The bow of the ship is taking on water. Okay. The horses are freaking the fuck out right now, but you're managing to keep them slow enough that they're not trying to rip free from their current holdings and position. So that is going to be your action down there? Just, it's okay, horsies. It's okay.
Yep.
Alrighty. Kothar, your turn. You are currently prone on the ground.
Okay, I'm gonna stand up.
Mm-hmm.
I see Gabriel's going for the rope.
He's
whatever
being
she's
fairly
going for.
successful right now, yeah.
Yeah. I'm just going to head back towards the pillar and try and save myself. Make sure I don't die. Can I grab onto the pillar?
You have 5 feet of movement after standing up, or 10 feet of movement because difficult terrain. So yeah, 1 square. It's where
okay,
were
then
you again?
fuck it, I'm dashing.
You dash to the pillar.
Yeah.
Alrighty, you're gonna hope that it's enough to hold on to, but you don't have an action to secure yourself yet.
Okay.
Alrighty. Solaris, let me recap you on what's happening. You're in the deeps right now. Water is crashing around you and slamming into the vessel, shaking it aggressively. You apparently have entered into a storm that nobody really saw coming. Currently, where you are under deck is taking on water with each slam of the ocean into it.
Do I know where the hole is?
It's coming from above. The waves are larger than the ship.
Oh,
They're
I
crashing
see.
into it. Yeah.
I see. Gotcha. Okay. Well, I am going to actually just kind of stay below deck for now.
Okay.
And I'm going to look around. Is there anything where I am that is like a good handhold securing thing?
Where you're at right now, you're kind of like in a little cubby space between 2 walls where you can kind of hold on to with your arms as it rocks back and forth. So you're at a fairly decent place right now for just holding on for dear life, of course.
Okay.
So are you going to use your action to do anything, or do you want to secure your location?
Actually, I'm having second thoughts. Just in case someone gets in trouble up on deck, I think Solaris would go up there and try and help out. So,
Alrighty. So
I'm actually going to have Solaris go up on deck.
Okay. It is difficult terrain. So that is going to be 10 feet, 20 feet. You're over here now. And you have 1 more square of movement you could do, or just hold on where you're at. But right now you are on stairs.
Okay. Can Solaris go to a mast and like find a free rope to tie himself to the mast with?
If you step up right here, you're at the mast that N is currently at. And yeah, you can use your action. Give me a survival check. Secure yourself.
Okay. Come on, Solaris.
Alrighty.
Oh!
You read a book on this once. So you take one of the ropes, you wrap your arms into it, and just hug. You're very secure right now.
Nice.
Alrighty.
Okay, and then I'm just kind of keeping an eye out.
Alrighty. Chase is going to get up, looks over at you, Rowan. By the way, Chase is the generic NPC-looking individual who was always down here. He's going to shout out, "Hey, come on, get some buckets. We need to get this water out of here before we sink." And he's going to stand up and go to the side, grabbing buckets, moving very fast, very nimble individual, and grabbing them and starting to bring them over to one of the sides. These areas here, Rowan, those are where the drains are for the ship itself. So he's going to start trying to grab buckets and do this. But that's his entire turn. Mia's go again. Mia's going to continue to pilot the vessel. This time you see that she's looking a bit more distraught with the situation. Actually, none of you really see that. You can barely see anything right now. And as she shouts out above, "All right, everybody, hold on. We're going to have to go in a circle." That is going to be the best that she can do. En, looking at the situation, En has no useful spells for this. This sucks. Oh, wait. En is going to thaumaturgy to close all of the doors and windows on the ship. There we go. All right, that is actually really helpful with making sure the ship does not sink. Ready? Gabriel, it is your turn once again. You're getting the sail down, but it's only about halfway at this point. What would you like to do?
Oh, I'm still working on the sail. Okay.
Yeah.
I keep working on the sail.
Alrighty. Give me another athletics check, please. 16, yeah. Rolls are in your favor tonight. That's good.
Yeah.
You grab onto it and you keep pushing and pulling it one hand over the other, just pushing it until it gets to the point that the sail is almost fully collapsed now. Now, it is just lying where it is on top of your vessel, but at least right now, the winds are not forcing you anywhere. Now, you still have your movement and bonus if you'd like to do anything else.
Well, so do I need another turn to let the sails down the final bit, or am I done?
Oh no, the sail's down all the way. It only took you 2 rounds.
Okay, I guess I'll go back over here and
3 squares.
Bonus action. I don't think Shield of Faith's gonna help me, so I'm good.
Alrighty. Now is the layers action. Last time it was Kothar, so Solaris, or last time it was Gabriel, so Solaris, roll me a d6, please. Let's see what the ocean's gonna do now. Ooh. Okay then.
Ooh, no.
It's not my fault if you're the one rolling it, right? Cool. So, as you are all grabbing onto the vessel and trying to hold on for dear life to anything you can, you see that there's another wave crashing over top of the vessel. But this one is not just pushing, it's all encompassing this time. It is going to engulf into the ship. I need con saves from each of you. Rowan, you being below deck, you have advantage, as does Chase.
I'm going to use one of my advantages.
Go for it. All right,
Does
so
being
Lars,
tied to the mast do anything for me?
if it was a strength save, it would have, but this is a little different than that.
I see.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
You do. Oh, I'm the last people. That's right. Okay, sorry. Poor Marshall. Okay. And what about N? What's N's con? +2. N's fine. Solaris, you and Marshall are the only two that fail. As this huge wave moves over top of the ship, you look up in awe and go, holy shit, you've never seen something this forceful as an act of nature. And as you're just staring up at it, water rushes into you and slams into the vessel, rocking the entire thing, twisting and spinning it around. You're holding on as best as you can, locking yourself in position. However, your lungs are now full of water.
Oh, goody.
Marshall, his lungs being full of water, he is losing oxygen, and he collapses against the stern. Alrighty.
I didn't mean it.
Rowan, it is now your turn. The entire ship just tumbled through the water.
Are we right side up again?
Hopefully. But you're below deck, so.
All right. I have enough movement to get up on top of the deck, right?
It's 10 feet per square. So where you're at, you'd have to go 15 feet to get onto the stairs. Now, you could dash up there if you would like.
Yes, I would like to do that.
Okay. So that's going to be your 30 there, 40 here. All right, now you're over on this side of the ship. Looking at everything happening, you see Solaris is currently coughing up water all over the place, spewing it, but it seems to just be filling up his lungs completely, and everybody else is barely holding on for dear life. You still have another 2 squares of movement. Where would you like to go?
Well, first, is the ship right side up?
Mostly. It's kind of like sideways right now, but it's mostly right side up.
Okay. And I don't notice any. Do I know anything about being on a ship? Do I notice anything out of sorts that needs to be stealth?
You are not proficient in land vehicles or water vehicles, so unfortunately, you would not know more than wind pushes that way, more or less.
Okay. I'm just going to move forward. Can I move 2 more spaces or 1, Jero?
2 more squares.
I'm going to move 2 more squares straight ahead and then just cling to the side rail.
Okay. Holding on to the railing as much as you can and starting to move forward and get a better view of what's happening.
Yes.
Kothar, it is now your turn. From back behind you, you do hear Solaris is coughing up a buck ton. And up on top of the deck, you do see that Marshall, who was helping out with the giant wheel, is currently going limp on the side of it.
Okay. Well, I can't reach anybody with 1 movement.
3 squares, you could reach Solaris.
Can I? Oh, I guess I can. Okay, up to Solaris. How's he sitting?
He has his arms both tied into the ropes at the very large... What the fuck is that thing called again? I'm so stupid at these things.
The mast.
Mast, thank you. I don't know ships.
No problem.
Hang on.
But
See if I have.
his hands are tied in there, holding on for dear life.
I am proficient with medicine.
Okay, so go
Can
ahead.
I
and make
attempt to help
Heimlich?
get the water out of his lungs?
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
maybe not Heimlich, but yeah. I'm just gonna come by.
All right, go for it. Give a medicine check. This will be your action.
10.
Okay. You're starting, like, you grab the soft spot, but his body is, like, convulsing, and on the rocky ship, it's a little difficult to find the proper space, and you know if you pull too heavily, it's really gonna hurt him. So you're trying to help, it's just not doing a whole lot yet. However, you're now holding on to Solaris for dear life. Solaris, at the start of your turn, I need another con save.
Get my head in the game.
16. You manage to, like, lean over the side as Kothar is, like, trying to move the water out of your lungs and coughing up most of it. Now, you're still unable to really speak right now, and you do have a temporary level of exhaustion, but you're currently not drowning.
Okay.
So
He just kind of looks at Kothar with an acknowledging nod, and I guess just holds on for dear fucking life.
So, Now it is Chase's turn. Chase is going to keep trying to move the water out of the vessel and shouts up top. We have a breach down here! Someone come down and fix it! Screaming up at all of you.
Oh, Jesus.
Mia's turn. Mia is going to look at Marshall, look at all of you down there, and continue to control the vessel. Someone help out Chase! Someone help Marshall! And she's going to continue to navigate as best as she can.
Jiro, I just want to say that I love the fact that Mia's token is Jorah from Magic.
Thank you. I thought it was very representative of her. There you guys go.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
I have a Jorah deck, so
It's fun. So she continues navigating. You do see that the boat kind of levels out a bit better now. You're no longer kind of on your side. You're more rocking between the two sides, which is a better position ultimately. Because technically at any given time, you're further from falling from the other one. N. I have N. N is going to have to relinquish their hold and dash downstairs, as I think they are the only one with mending. Okay.
Yep.
N's going to get started with that. Gabriel, it is now your turn.
Well, Gable was starting to head down to check on Anne, but as he's going down, he sees that she moves. They move and pops over and grabs onto Solaris. Enlarge me!
Another acknowledging nod.
Are you going to hold your action for anything, Gabriel? Or wait, was that your dash?
No, that was a double dash, yeah.
That was a dash. Okay, so you're just holding on. Kothar, Gabriel got the mainsail. Yes. All right, now it is the layer action. Who hasn't rolled yet? Come on, don't be shy. All right, go ahead, roll. Roll a d6. Can't be that bad, right?
Chelsea hasn't rolled yet.
Rowan. But Rowan was AFK.
Yeah, did I die? What happened?
Oh, you're not dead yet.
Totally. Instant.
2, actually. That is not bad. The rocking of the ship continues to sway and push each of you around. I need everybody on the ship to give me a con save. Those of you who were seasick already have disadvantage.
Rowan.
That's me.
Yep.
Oh no. Here I come getting seasick.
Solaris, you were comfortable with the boat, right?
Yeah.
Here I come.
Woohoo! Okay. Solaris and N are the only two that succeeded. All of you, from the constant waking and shaking of this vessel being thrown around aggressively, it's kind of like a roller coaster, except you are more fearful for your life. Each of you suffer one level of exhaustion because you are so nauseated right now.
Okay.
How long does my temporary exhaustion last?
Until you're able to take a short rest.
Oh, I see. So it's
Yeah.
it's just a level of exhaustion.
Usually it's long rest. This is only a short rest. Like, as soon as things calm down enough for you to catch your breath, it goes away. But
I
while
see.
you're in this scenario, it's not going to go away.
Gotcha. Okay.
Do I have to change anything on my character sheet for the exhaustion?
No, you just acknowledge that you have one, and any ability checks you make are at disadvantage.
Got it.
Alrighty. Marshall is currently drowning. And his body slides 10 feet over here. Rowan, it is now your turn. Oh wait, no, that was a 2, right? His body slides 10 feet this way instead. Rowan, it is now your turn.
You can travel to Marshall, right?
You can climb those stairs fairly easily, yeah.
All right.
Those are just direct stairs up there. The other one were a lot more stairs to get from below deck to upper deck.
Understood. Okay. Since he's on the ground, can I step over him and?
Because he's size small, yes. You can
Okay.
occupy his space without leaving it. He's tiny. But he's currently, like, sliding around aggressively unconscious.
Okay, so I can move there, right?
That's too much movement. You can occupy his space.
Okay, I will occupy his space. And then can I use my action to take out my hempen rope? And can I start securing him to, like, the railing or something?
You don't need to use your hempen rope. It's a ship. There's rope everywhere.
Cool,
But
I'm gonna
make
grab-
a survival check.
Okay.
Hmm.
19. You look right where you're at on the ship, and you
Wait,
do
hang on though. Don't I have disadvantage or not on this?
Yes, you do. 10. Ooh, that's completely different. You look right where you're at, and you kind of like lift his tiny body up and kind of like just move his arms through the ropes as he's just dangling there, like ragdoll style. You're trying to get him situated. It's just really difficult, and his body is fully slack. It's not in any form of assistance.
Okay, then I think I'll just like end my turn clutching him.
All right, Kothar, your turn. Rowan is not having a good time trying to situate
Yeah.
Marshall.
Okay, I'm assuming there's probably not room for me to get through here.
Yes, there is.
Okay.
Yeah, you just cannot occupy the same space as your allies because Rowan is normal sized.
So 10, 20.
30. You're on the stairs right beside them.
10, 20. So I can't go anywhere from here, right?
That is correct, unless you plan on dashing.
Can I try and assist Rowan or
You can
make a...
assist, which helps them next turn, or you can
Okay.
try to make your own check.
And I'm gonna just try and save him. I'm gonna try the medicine check to help with the water. Just
Okay, go for it. Go for it.
help him breathe. I feel like that's immediate.
Do you have a level
13.
of exhaustion? You do?
Yeah, 13.
All right, 13 is just enough. You manage to stabilize him, but he's still unconscious. You get the water out of his lungs and spewing forward.
Okay.
He's better, but he's still not awake.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and he was doing pretty rough. That was 2 failed saving throws.
Jesus.
Solaris, it is now your turn.
Okay, so so I wanted to say, I forgot to specify, but I'd say that Solaris would tie himself more like, I don't know, like by the waist or more like a harness, so he would have his hands free.
It takes more than
Possible?
6 seconds to do that. You could try doing it now. Actually, wait, you had a natural 20 on that ability check, right?
Yes.
Fuck yeah, yeah.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
So kind of more like back to the mast.
I'm gonna say it's your front because you can reposition to like do that. So you've like grabbed
Right.
whatever rope could and just tied yourself front-wise to it.
Okay, yeah.
But you're like
Sounds-
you're
that's good
facing
enough.
and holding it.
Okay. Fair enough. I cast Enlarge on Gabriel. So Solaris reaches into his component pouch and pulls
Oh,
out
jeez.
a sprinkle of iron, and he like tosses it, sprinkles it up into the air, and it kind of like drifts over Gabriel and swirls around him. And as it swirls around him, he just grows to double the size.
So Gabriel, you growing up, grabbing onto the giant mast as you are moving above everybody now, everyone being dwarfed by your size. You do hear the ship itself does wane under your weight. However, it is a very sturdy ship. You're okay. If they would have stolen a shittier ship, that would have been bad.
I was hoping for that.
That's larger than a foot. But anyways, you had your held action, Gabriel. What would you like to do?
No, dash to get down here. Didn't
Oh, I
So-
forgot. I apologize. Yep. So Solaris, anything else?
That's going to be it, actually. Yes.
Alrighty. Chase is going to continue to try to get as much water out of here as possible with N's assistance. Oh, wait. Chase has disadvantage. Okay. Alright. Mia looks over at the newly secured individual over by the side, and she calls out, "Thanks! Bring him below deck! Get him secured!" And she's going to continue doing what she's doing over here. Actually, seeing the fuck off Gabriel, she's going to tilt her head and go, "Run to that side!" and points to the right.
Starboard.
Sure. Let's go with yes. All right, N is continuing to mend as best as N can. It's a slow spell. All right, Gabriel, your turn.
I assume that's one movement, right?
You have more movement now, don't you?
No, yeah,
No.
I meant.
I'm gonna say
instead-
you're no longer encumbered. Like it's no longer difficult terrain for you because you can step across this vessel much more easily.
Okay.
You're fucking huge.
I'll move over here, and when what's his name, Chase, is Chase still coming downstairs?
Chase is still downstairs.
You're
on
Marshall.
top.
Marshall.
Oh, Marshall's unconscious.
Yeah, but they're gonna move him downstairs.
That's what she
Then-
instructed.
Yeah, and then if Marshall comes by, I'll reach out a hand and give him some healing points as my held action.
So you're gonna hold your action. You can talk on your turn. You can tell them like, "Hey,
Hey guys, bring him by me and I'll heal him a bit. I don't know.
there you go." That's your turn. Now is the layer action. Rowan, you are the last one who has not rolled yet, so please roll me a d6.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
happened?
We've had 6 before.
No, you had
Oh,
5.
we have 5.
And you had 1. And
Oh.
2. So, on a 6, I need everybody to give me a strength saving throw. Kothar, you are not secured. Or no, Solaris, you're the only one with advantage, which I think equals out because you have
No,
Gabriel-
I got it.
should-
Gabriel should have advantage because you're fucking huge. Which
That
should
was the
equal
point.
out.
Yay,
Yo,
enlarge.
Alrighty.
Oof, thank God for that advantage.
Don't you have a level of exhaustion though?
Oh, it's a straight roll.
Yeah.
Even ability.
Oh.
This is considered
it's-
ability check.
Oh no, these are saving throws. I'm stupid. You're half movement.
Okay.
You only have 2 levels of exhaustion.
2.
He only has 2. Everybody else has 1.
Oh.
Yeah, that water was really bad. Alrighty, so Solaris, that is going to be a 12, because yeah, it's good. Kothar, a 10 is going to be a fail.
Wait. 10.
Didn't you fail your last con save?
Yeah, but I thought that was ability checks, not saving throws.
God, I'm so bad at this game. Alright, 16. 13.
I'm just
16.
That's funny.
Alrighty. Ooh, N failed.
Oh,
Mia is successful. Chase failed, but that's not going to have much of a chance of doing anything. Actually, wait, that's pretty bad for y'all. All right, cool. So as a new wave emanates and grows over top of this vessel, it is cresting over top. Kothar, roll me a perception check, please.
Disadvantage.
disadvantage.
Mm-hmm.
7.
Okay. It is a large, looming, bright blue, cresting I said roll it once, not twice.
Yeah, sorry.
Pressing storm that crushes down on top of this entire vessel. The
That's a
entire
big fucking
thing
wave.
goes on its side, with Gabriel counterbalancing enough that you roll back over to the proper direction. However, those of you that failed, you are now being thrown over the side of the vessel. I need a dex save from...
I fail.
What'd you get? 13? No, you're good. Wait, all of you were successful. Okay. Rowan and Kothar, I need dex saves from you as Marshall is flying over the edge.
Advantage.
Alrighty.
20.
Rowan, you unfortunately did not catch. However, Kothar, you reach out and grab his little leg, and the body slams downwards once. Oh, fuck. But at least he's not dropping to the depths of the ocean. However, he is bleeding out again.
Shit.
He was unconscious. Alright, Marshall. Holy fuck. That actually woke him up.
Nat 20.
Yeah. As he's like dangling over the edge, he looks up at you, Kothar, and goes, "Ah!" Just screaming and freaking the fuck out, and just grabbing onto your arm and dragging himself up. He's going to rage for advantage. Alrighty, he climbs your body with his nails digging into you, just crawling and clawing up to the top, and is currently holding onto the side for dear life. Alrighty. Rowan, it is now your turn. Your ward is now awake.
That's great news.
Yep.
Does he still have my really crappy rope knot tying around
Oh, that
him?
was destroyed. No, yeah, that was... Yeah, it turns out you tied it around his waist and nothing else. So...
Okay. Ooh, yeesh. I have a technical question.
Yeah.
For create or destroy water, for the range it just says 30 feet. It doesn't say it has to be in sight. Assuming that the water's pooling on the level below us, that's probably within 30 feet. Can I just destroy water down there without going down there?
Absolutely.
Okay, that's what I'll do, but I'll do it at a level 2, so instead of 10 gallons, it's 20. It's not a lot, but...
Okay, that's different. You hear from below deck, "What the fuck?" And that's about that. You're
Alright.
hoping that maybe helped, but it was very confusing at least. Alrighty, Kothar, it is your turn. You have
Okay.
a freaking the fuck out Marshall who's fully tweaked mode right now, holding on for dear life.
I'm just taking him to the basement. I'm just running to the basement and yelling,
Alright.
"Get the fuck in!"
So as you are dragging him through, let me move you past. Gabriel, you do get to do your lay on hands. You see that he's rough. He's bleeding through a giant wound on his head, but he is like twitching but conscious.
I'll give him 5 points of healing, I guess.
Okay, just a quick grab and heals him up. Ah! Just running down below deck. Kothar, you're dashing?
Yeah.
Okay, well, let me move N forward a bit so both of you fit down here. As you bring Marshall with you, you do see that there's a huge section of this ship down here, down below, right about where N is standing, that has been ripped open. The water and something must have pierced into it, and it's currently taking on water. Luckily, the area around it has been destroyed of that water. It's a very odd look as water is currently filling in that gap once again. However, N is currently trying to close it as best as they can.
Okay. That's pretty much all I can do. That's my action, movement.
Okay.
Yeah.
Solaris, it is now your turn. Yeah.
Okay. So, wait. Did anyone end up going over? Or are we good?
Marshall did, but now he's back.
Okay, great. I missed that
Yeah.
part. I am. If we're still just going crazy on the waves, I'd say that I'm just concentrating on Gabriel and keeping the spell.
So you're keeping your focus on the spell over anything else.
Yeah, I don't have much else to do in this situation, so.
Oh, I
And
don't
my
know. It's a
turn.
concentration.
Chase looks at you, Kothar, and tosses a hammer over towards you, and is currently trying to nail down this section of the hole as best as he can. Do you catch the hammer?
It. Yeah, I catch it.
It's easy enough. You just scream, "Come on, help us out here!" Mia is going to look around, make another check, looks at you, Gabriel. Go to the top! Points all the way north of the ship. N is going to continue to focus on mending as best as they can, focusing on the part that Chase is not currently nailing down with wood. Gabriel, your turn.
So can I get up there without dashing?
You have normal movement right now.
Well, yeah, but do I move 2 squares at a time like that?
That's 10 feet of movement. Each square is
Okay.
1 foot, or 5 feet, sorry. 10, 20, and you can climb up there fairly easily. 30.
Okay, first of all, okay, so that's normal movement. So first of all, well, can I push Solaris against the mast and tie him off quickly? Then
Oh,
run
he's
up?
he's tied. Like, he secured himself very well. He's the
Oh, I thought-
only person who is secured to the ship right now.
Okay, well, I move up there.
Already. Would you like to tie yourself off?
Sure, if I can.
Alrighty, give a survival check.
Survival. With a disadvantage.
14, you managed to secure yourself as best as you can, grabbing at parts of the actual sail and like ripping some of the rope down to like better hold on to this area as best as you hopefully can. But now you all feel the entire weight of the ship is pushing forward. At that point, Gabriel, you are so large that you're counting as a layer action yourself. I need Kothar, Chase, and Rowan to all give me strength saves. The ship is being pulled forward underneath Gabriel's large feet.
Strength saves.
Strength save. So no disadvantage, just straight rolls.
15.
Rowan, you're good. Kothar, you're good. N is not good. Chase is good. Marshall is not good. Oh wait, he's raging. He has advantage. He's good. And Mia is perfectly fine. The entire ship pushes forward, and luckily all of you managed to hold on. Now it is a layers action. I guess I'll roll one. Another 6. Nice. Alrighty. This time, I need everybody to give me strength saves again. Oh no.
Oh no. It's meant to be.
Solaris, yeah, you're fine. Oh no. Okay. Alrighty. As you run forward, You feel the entire weight of the ship being pushed in that direction, Gabriel. You tie yourself off as best as you can, and then immediately feel the front of the ship being lifted up over a gigantic wave that is moving with you all. Luckily, you managed to keep it low enough that you are pushing through the water. However, the cresting, huge wave crushes into the vessel itself. And I believe that's everybody aside from Solaris that is thrown overboard.
Even if we're down below?
You're on the stairs, so you're like tumbling between them.
No, I
Basically.
dashed. Right?
Oh, yeah, you're down there. So yeah, you're fine. You're just falling and being thrown around everywhere. Everybody else, though, you are now being thrown off of the vessel itself.
Oh god, everyone besides me?
And the people below deck. So Gabriel and Rowan.
Oh man.
However...
And Gabriel didn't make it with a 13?
Gabriel has advantage. Gabriel, you're fine.
Okay, I was like, yeah. No, my enlarge isn't working. Okay, so...
So only Rowan was thrown overboard.
Okay.
What about
I'm
Kothar?
reading
Kothar's below deck.
below deck.
Okay.
Yeah, you're only vulnerable because you're up top. Helping.
Don't drag me in there with you.
Marshall's go. Marshall is going to look at the cresting area and the huge maneuvering hole in the ship, and he's going to go and start trying to patch it up as best as he can.
So, I just have a quick question. For hold person, it doesn't necessarily like hold them in space.
It's not a
if they're
physical
falling,
spell,
right?
no.
Okay.
No, you need like levitate or something like that.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Just want to make sure.
So that's Marshall's
Continue.
turn. Rowan, I need you to give me a dex save as you're tumbling over the side of the ship.
You do have your advantage from a new game.
What?
You have advantage whenever we start a game.
You have one inspiration that you can use per session that grants you advantage.
I'm gonna save it for something more important.
Okay, you do not grab onto the side of the ship, and now you are fully engrossed in the ocean, sinking in it.
But it's my turn, right?
A chaotic churning ocean.
All
It is
right.
your turn. Actually, roll me a perception check, Rowan.
What? To know if it's my turn?
No. For something else. Just roll me a perception check.
Dun dun. Dun dun. Dun dun.
Oh, I'm not
Dun, dun,
that
dun,
mean.
dun.
I'm not going to throw a giant storm at you and sharks. Oh.
Have you ever heard of Sharknado?
I'm not that mean or uncreative. But anyways, as you are tumbling through the water, Rowan, you feel yourself immediately drop inside, and that moment of free fall as your entire body is filled and completely engulfed in these cresting waves and ocean. You look down beneath your vessel, and you see riding with the water itself appears to be a beautiful woman with long flowing blue hair in a light blue gown that seems to shimmer and shake into the ocean itself. This is what you see.
Except in the water.
Whoa.
Except in the water.
Excuse me.
That is what you see, Rowan. However, it is now your turn.
Am I underwater?
Yes,
On top?
fully. Yeah, you're fully underwater now. You fell like 30 feet down.
That can't speak underwater or anything like that, right?
Not unless you have something that says you can.
All right. I'm gonna try to. Okay, here. I'm going to cast a cantrip. It is.
Does it have verbal components?
Let me check.
He smiles.
I don't think so. I think it just requires a drop of water.
I think you have a drop of water, but let me look at your cantrips real quick.
It's shape water.
Only semantic, yeah.
So what I'm gonna do is make like a block, turn some water into a block of ice, because that's gonna float. And I'm gonna cling to that.
Okay.
And then as I'm slowly floating up, I wanna like try to wave at that lady and try to get her attention.
She looks up at you and waves you towards her as she continues cresting through the water.
Can I use my movement to go to her?
You can certainly try. Give me an athletics check.
This is gonna be ugly.
Yeah. So you say. Even at disadvantage, a 17's fucking good.
Rowan's been working out.
Yeah, apparently. You've been rowing these boats. So as you form the block of ice and you wave trying to flag this individual down, she beckons you closer and you kind of just like drop the ice and start swimming through the water trying to push over in her general direction. And she tilts her head looking at you a bit confused and redirects towards you. And you feel the waters in this area start convulsing around in that area towards you now.
Does it feel aggressive?
Roll insight. I mean, it's hard to tell. Given the fact that you're just barely not having a panic attack right now, it's kind of hard to tell. So,
okay.
I believe that's your turn. Kothar, you've been tumbling around down here all over the place, and you see the giant hole in the ship is currently being ripped open.
I guess I'll run for the hole in the ship. And I have a hammer. Is there wood near it?
There's wood all over the place, splintering and breaking up. There's nails being rolling and falling everywhere.
Can I use a free action to just pick up some wood?
Yeah. You can use your action to try to repair the vessel if you want.
Okay, yeah. I just didn't know if there was no wood over
action.
there. Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm just gonna run over there.
Okay.
And I'm gonna attempt to repair the ship. Yeah.
Alrighty.
This isn't a clean job. This is just like get them in.
No, not at all. I'm going to need a survival check from you.
At disadvantage, gotcha.
At disadvantage, yeah.
16.
I mean, we keep saying that disadvantage word. We use it a lot. However, you manage to like have your pulse of instinct push you forward, start focusing on the job at hand, and moving everything into location, slamming it into position. No longer being in that flimsy state, more focused on survival. And that allows you to clarify and focus on your job, which is good.
Cool. Good.
Solaris, the waves seem to have readjusted, are slamming the ship sideways once again.
And do I see Rowan?
You're tied in the middle of the ship. You don't see shit. You see the ship. You see Gabriel.
Well,
Gabriel waves.
No one's freaking out that Rowan went overboard.
Solaris is.
I think the only one not freaking out is Rowan.
Yeah.
I don't even know she's overboard.
True.
Maybe she'll like squirt through the hole in the ship
Jesus,
back
just
inside.
shoots through. Breaks through the wood we fixed.
Did I do that? So yes, Solaris, what would you like to do?
I'm reading something really quick.
Sure.
Okay, so could I, in theory, cast Enlarge on the ship? Because it says, or an object, and it does not specify target.
Roll the spell in chat for me, please.
Okay.
A creature or an object you can see within range to grow larger or smaller for the duration. An object that is neither worn nor carried. If the target is unwilling, it makes a con save. On success, no effect. If the target is a creature, everything it is wearing and carrying changes sizes with it. Any item dropped by an affected creature returns to normal size at target size doubles in all dimensions and its weight is... If there isn't enough space... I'm sorry, this is very, very important.
Yes, it is.
It doesn't limit. What
It
the
does
fuck?
not. I know.
Okay. This just became comical.
Right? Like, what a crazy
Are you
second
dropping
level
it on
spell.
Gabriel then?
Yes, I'm like, I'm sorry, Gabriel. I just had an idea, and he kind of like the iron dust that's been kind of spinning and trickling around Gabriel swirls back to Solaris's hand, and then he kind of like plants it down on the ship
Okay.
and casts it again on the ship.
So, as all of you are holding on for dear life, Gabriel, those ropes you used to tie yourself off are way too much rope now, and you're like barely being able to hold on to the mast itself, and the ropes are no longer benefiting you at all. But within that instant, the mast grows to the point where your arms can't even fit around it. The entire vessel extends and grows larger. Rowan, you're currently swimming under the boat, trying to make it over to this mysterious woman, when the boat down in front of you. This guy, huge.
Damn.
Kothar, that hole you were working on is
Yep.
way bigger.
Does the wood grow bigger as
It
well?
wasn't being worn or carried. He's holding it. So.
and the steering wheel.
Oh yeah, she's like barely holding on now, like a little kid, just rocking back and forth. All right, Solaris, I mean,
more space for the water.
you wondered if you could, and now you know. Rather, if you
Yep.
should is a different thing. However,
Right. I was like, well, I wasn't
So-
expecting that to work.
Is the square double?
yeah.
Oh, okay.
However, the ship is much more stable now.
Yes. We're
Other than the
pounding
fact
through
that
the
it's
waves.
taking on, the waves are still larger than the vessel itself.
Okay.
Yeah.
Still
However,
sturdy. Still sturdy.
oh yeah, no, it's a lot easier to navigate. I mean, you just turned this into a warship. However, it is taking on a fuck ton more water. Chase looks over at you, Kothar, and goes, "What the hell did you do?" And just starts trying to go back to work and nailing anything down that he can. He's having difficulty finding blocks of wood large enough. He even goes over to one of the boats on the side and starts dragging it, which is now huge, over to the hole, trying to jam them in there.
Jesus Christ.
Mia, she's no longer able to navigate with ease. The vessel starts turning onto its side aggressively, as she is now too small to really grab the wheel and spin it in the right directions. She's trying, but it's not getting much way in the way of help. N looks at the giant hole and just like throws their hands up, goes, "Fuck, I can't fix that. It's way bigger." And starts trying to drag one of the giant rowboats into it. Gabriel, you're like halfway up the mast now, holding on for dear life, bear hugging it.
How big was the hole before it doubled? Was it like barrel sized or?
It was smaller than barrel. It was small enough that N over time could mend it together, but now
Right.
it
So
is twice
within
as
a
large.
5 foot cube. Okay.
So yeah, Gabriel. You're muted if you're talking.
Would you say it's now barrel-sized?
Potentially, but now the barrels are larger.
I can see that the captain is having trouble, so I guess I will dash over to her, though I'm not sure how far I'll get.
Your movement speed now that the
out.
ship now that the ship is larger, the water is not crashing over as aggressively. So it's a little slower, but I'm going to say give me an athletics check at this point. Disadvantage because you do have a level of exhaustion. 8. It is still difficult terrain for you. So
okay,
yeah, if you dash action, you'll make it 30 feet. So 5, 10, 15, 25, 30 get you there. Alrighty, now it is the layers action.
Well, then I like, as I'm passing Solaris, I like lower my hands. What the fuck, man?
Solaris, you swear you hear his voice almost like a chibi character by comparison. But anyways, now it is the layers action. Somebody else roll that d6. You know what? Solaris.
Would it be a D3 now?
No, it's a d6. A 2. Okay.
Uh-oh. What does that mean?
A 2 was the con save. As your vessel is currently much larger, the water engulfs over top of you as a circle. Rowan, you watch as this individual who's like dashing towards you through the water raises her arms, and the waves themselves move upwards with her over top of your vessel in a dome shape.
Ow.
I need a con save from each of you on the ship. Gabriel, you are successful. Both you are successful. Solaris, you failed. Mia is successful. And successful. Chase is successful. Marshall failed. So, as the water crushes over top of this vessel and drops on top of it, crushing into it, it floods into many of you. And unfortunately, the size of the ship does not help in this regard. Solaris, you are now taking on water once again. So, you know how this goes.
Oh.
Marshall.
I'm gonna have trauma.
Falls unconscious again. Rowan, you are still swimming towards her, and she's still swimming towards you?
She is swimming towards me. Yeah?
Yeah.
How far away are we from each other?
It's hard to tell because ocean, but within 100 feet of each other.
And I can't travel that in one turn.
Probably not. You're not a very quick swimmer.
100 feet?
And can you turn into anything that swims yet?
I cannot use swim stuff.
Not until.
Oh gosh.
All right, you know what I'm gonna do? This is. You tell me if this is possible.
I like creativity.
All right. Can I?
Long boats.
Go ahead.
I can cast a spell and a cantrip in the same turn, right? Or no?
As long as it's action, bonus action.
Which one's the bonus action?
It doesn't matter.
Got it. Okay. So
one of them has to be a bonus action.
Got it. Okay. I'm going to I'm going to use the cantrip shape water.
Which is an action.
And then I can cast a spell, and that would be a bonus action?
Only if the spell is listed as a bonus action.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
There's not a whole lot of spells that are bonus actions, unfortunately.
Okay.
Long Strider is one, which doesn't particularly help you here. Or does it?
All right.
Oh, no, Long Strider's an action.
I don't have it, whatchamacallit it anyway.
Okay,
this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to destroy water around my face.
Yeah.
And then breathe the air that's by me until it collapses in. And then I'm just going to keep swimming towards that lady.
Okay, so just... and just push forward.
Yep, just like,
Okay.
yep, that's it.
She tilts her head, looking at you, a little amused, and continues swimming upwards. Within your action, you do see that she is blindingly fast down here and swims, cresting upwards right in front of you, and grabs onto your arms. Immediately after she touches them, everything around you stills. It is perfectly calm and peaceful and beautiful. You're at a point of pure zen right now. However, that is your turn. Kothar.
I'm going to shout at N for them to deal with Marshall. I'll deal with the hole. And I'll yell that. Look at Marshall. Just gonna step over him. Hopefully he lives.
Okay.
And I'm gonna deal with this hole that's, I'm guessing, still bringing in water.
Yeah, a lot more now.
Yeah.
Though by
So,
comparison, it seems less.
Yeah, by comparison. Just when we go back to normal size.
Yeah,
A lot
that's
of water.
a lot of water.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna try and fill this hole up. Yeah. So another survival check.
Yep.
Nope, natural one.
Yeah, no, you're not having much luck. You have the same issue. Your block of wood is so much smaller by comparison now. It's kind of like a staple compared to a rip in a table. Like, it's
Jesus.
not very useful.
This is doing nothing. And bonus action, scoop of water in my hand, throw it out the hole.
Sure. Solaris, I need a con save from you again.
Yeah,
Only
and
if I pour
when
10.
enlarged or dropped when he got hit with water.
No, he's focused on his concentration. He only loses it when he falls unconscious or takes damage. So let's hope he doesn't fall unconscious.
I'm going to use my portent. for this
Okay, what are
roll.
you rolling?
The 13.
Plus?
Plus, it's a con save, 2.
So 15. You manage to cough up most of the water itself and maintain your focus on keeping your vessel this large. It does seem to be helping.
Okay, sweet.
Chase.
Yeah, that's my turn.
Chase is going to go over to Marshall and start trying to perform CPR on him. He has disadvantage, not having a bunch of luck. Mia is going to see that you are approaching Gabriel and continue trying her damnedest. She's not having a bunch of luck with navigating right now. She's definitely losing control over this vessel. And seeing Chase fail at doing their job, is going to walk over and just slap Marshall on the back with a Cure Wounds and watches the water just shoot out of his mouth, almost like a projectile. That's better. However, that is a spell slot.
Does Loris look decent as I'm passing by him?
I mean, as decent as any of you are looking, he's fully functional.
Okay.
His hair's really wet.
Very unhappy, but yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. It doesn't seem like he needs to be rescued more than anyone else. So Gable
Yeah.
goes up and assists Mia with the steering as best he can.
Alrighty. So that was your movement to get up there with a dash, or just your movement?
Dash.
Okay. So now you are readying to help out. Alrighty. Now is the
And-
layers. Oh yeah.
I just raise my hands. Elves, what can I say?
True. Layer this time. Solaris, it was your fault last time, so Gabriel, now it'll be your fault. Roll a d6. Ooh.
Oh.
That's-
Do over.
Actually, Fuck. Okay. As you're all holding on for dear life to the vessel, you watch as another huge, large looming wave comes over top. It seems that the waves are growing in size to match your vessel itself. And as it comes crushing over, all of you just look up who are on top of the deck and go, fuck this. As the wave crushes down on top of you, ripping the boat asunder and crushing you all into the sea. You flounder for a short period of time inside of these waters, and it takes you a few moments before you see that Rowan is currently sinking with some blue-haired woman in the sea. The two of you are just going down, sinking below. And as you're both sitting there, Rowan, you kind of like just open your mouth while looking at her and water floods in. But she moves closer towards you and gives you a kiss on the forehead. And you begin breathing the water just fine.
What?
She smiles at you. It has been a long time since somebody has come out my way.
I didn't want you to get lonely.
Those pesky barbarians should be falling to the depths. She looks over at your companions.
Well, those are my friends.
You are friends with men?
Not many. These ones are good people.
But they betray us.
Many of them do. I found that these ones have not yet, at least.
She kind of combs your hair back and like stumbles on the one braid that has the leaf tied into it. If this is true, I will save them. But if they turn out to be like the other men, I will allow them to drown.
They won't turn out like the others.
She twists her hand in the waters, and you watch as all of your friends, who are now slowly falling unconscious from the waves, just get pushed towards her. And as each of them gets closer in proximity, she grabs your hand and places it on each of theirs, locking into a chain, and all of them begin breathing the water as they are connected to you. However, with all of them unconscious, she takes your other hand and starts guiding you down, looking up at your vessel, which is now destroyed.
Question. Is Maya or Mia with us?
Yes, all of them. But Mia fell unconscious.
Okay.
So, with all of you sinking down, you do see that there is a blue conch that is far larger than any conch that you've ever seen before in your life, that you are swimming down towards. You do notice all manners of different water and aquatic creatures swimming around here, including some humanoids. They are blue-skinned with green hair, combed and shaven sometimes into mohawks, and with natural gills and webbings on their fingers as they're floating around. As you are pushing forward, notably, there are not a single one of them that appears to be male. And she brings you over to the large conch, drifting inside and lifting the wave to bring you all and crush you down into a stable little warm landing that somehow has air as a pocket inside of it. And I think this is where we're going to go ahead and take a break. So,
Okie
everybody,
dokie.
we'll be right back. Hello, everybody. We are back. Sorry about the hold up there. We were just getting our snacky snacks on. Very, very important. Everybody, remember to stay hydrated. Yeah, that's a thing nowadays. People always say it. Stay hydrated. It's very important. So, as we all left off previously, the vessel that you were on entered into a massive storm that was proving to be tiresome for all of you to maintain. After a long and grueling battle, Rowan was thrown overboard from the crushing waves and discovered that there was an individual down there who seemed to be controlling the vessel, controlling the waves crushing into it. Now, after approaching this individual and being granted a gift from them, you were able to speak to them, and they spoke to you very plainly, very calmly, and they were all encompassing a good, solid presence to be around. However, they looked at the crew that was now drowning in the waters as the ship has been destroyed, and you tried convincing them that the men of the vessel are not of any consequence or danger, as she seems to be weary of them. And taking your word on that, she did decide that she would leave that up to them to decide on their actions. So, she gathered all of them up, went down into an aquatic landing full of many different creatures and unique-looking individuals that are foreign to each of you. And as you are lying inside of a gargantuan conch that has a flow of oxygen in it, slowly over time, each of you begin coming to consciousness, Rowan being the only one conscious the entire time. You do see that sitting inside of the mouth of this conch is that same individual, just lying there, not being able to tell where the ocean begins and where she ends, as it connects fluidly into her dress. And she's just sitting there patiently, braiding her hair and smiling. Now, slowly as each of you comes to consciousness, everyone aside from Rowan feels a rage coming off of this woman, a hatred, and a force, as she is calmly just playing with her hair.
Rowan, what's going on?
This nice lady saved us.
Where are we?
In a giant conch under the sea.
Where you are is not important at this time. It is
Suppose not.
why you are here. And that is because one of my daughters has stated that you are not like the others. So,
I'm sorry, you said daughters?
she looks over at you and give me a wisdom saving throw, Kothar.
Last advantage. Nah, fuck it. Not an advantage.
13. You avert your gaze and kind of like feel a forceful nature behind her.
Okay.
Yes. All women are my daughters. You can roll me a religion check on that note, Kothar.
Yep. 22.
With disadvantage?
Oh, sorry, 16.
Well, wait. You've been unconscious,
slept.
so I'd say short rest. Yeah. Regardless, 16 will do it. From her appearance and from that statement, you can discern that this is one of the forgotten deities of this realm. Alu Rajim.
Oh, shit.
She is known by the women of the realm as the first mother, the first caretaker, the first lover. And she is known by the men of the realm as the raging ocean. She has a very strong hatred towards men because of a relationship she shared with a god in the past. As such, she has been known for drowning men who enter into her domain just for their presence being there. No other reason.
Sounds like my best friend. Hey.
But she will always save women, no matter what situation that they find themselves in.
Interesting.
Her relationship with your god does not exist.
Yeah.
Because she would never associate with a man.
Yep.
And Rowan just perceives her as like buddy.
She's so nice, like being around her feels great.
Okay.
And same thing for Mia. Like Mia looks at you and looks at her and goes, "Holy shit, she's badass." Everyone else, you are on the verge of being terrified of her.
What about Anne?
The dignification is off of appearance. Until there is another status given, it is going to stay.
So I'm curious, why have you saved us?
As I stated, my daughter said that you are not like the other ones. And I will allow you to prove that.
All
Prove
right.
that. How?
By your actions, of course.
I find that actions speak louder than words.
They do. She turns her gaze towards you, N, and has a bit of a puzzled complexion, and she just moves down. The water seems to just listen to her as she steps out of it, and you notice the flowing dress still seems to envelop into a pool around her. And she looks at you. You were born with their physicality, and yet you are nothing like them at heart.
I felt a pull.
I can't hear you.
I felt a pull towards being something other than I was born as.
So you are forsaken that aspect of your being in a greater calling to yourself, then.
Yes, I found that being called one gender was not how I felt most comfortable.
I do not despise people that are not women. I despise men. And immediately you feel that same way that Rowan is feeling. You feel safe, calmly, comfortable, at ease. No longer seeing her as a raging ocean, but as a calming presence.
Why do you hate men?
Nope.
They destroy. They take what is not theirs. They think they are better. They
All of
lie.
them?
They cheat. Yes, all of them.
And you bow for being, have eyes on all men.
I've had eyes on all that have passed through my oceans. I've seen what they have done. And I see where their heart lays.
Well, you've just seen very clearly that physicality has nothing to do with personality.
You plan on arguing with me?
No, just putting in my 2 cents, as it were.
As a man usually
I am in your
does.
domain. You can do what you wish, but I like to challenge people. Physically or mentally. But that's all I'll say on the matter.
Rowan, I ask
Yes.
you, why do you value their lives?
Well, to be honest, I've only been traveling with them for not too long, but whenever I need something, they do it. Whenever I ask them not to do something, they don't do it. They act as guards. I'm not saying they're subservient, but they know their place, if you know what I mean.
Roll a charisma check.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah.
Cable's kind of smirks at that, but doesn't say anything.
I just want to be your best friend so we don't all die. Okay. Charisma.
That's a good starting point. Best friend so we don't all die. So let's move back here.
Here we go. Oh God, what happened? Wait. Oh no!
Subservient would have been a better course to go by. Teach them to understand the importance of us.
You're probably right. I will admit I could probably use your guidance on that matter, but
Of course, I will teach you how to break them.
that said,
Yeah, Gable gets very tense at that.
Rowan puts her arm on Gabriel's shoulder and looks back at this lady and says, that said, these men are very valuable to the women of this group. For example, should we wish, we can sell our services later. So, I mean, nothing physically harming would be preferred.
Yes. Please.
Yeah, I don't think Gable's going to take well to that.
Just rubbing Gabriel's shoulder. Like,
Gable looks at her hand and over at her with a dark look.
And if I may add to these three have been a lot kinder than most about my decision on my identity. And to me, that shows a different level of respect for the feminine aspect of the world, and that rather than seeing it as a lot of men do as lesser or less important, but they've treated that side of me with respect. And if I may say that, it's in their favor.
She looks you up and down, still a little unsure. Well then, I suppose we will have a trial in the morning. For the evening, all of you can stay here. My looks at you and children may breathe in my domain. The rest of you, you're stuck here. The trial will be tomorrow. And she slinks over to the water and drips inside. Almost like a little drop disappearing.
When she's out of sight, Gable grabs Rowan's hand and pushes it aside. What the fuck?
what? She seemed nice.
She wants to break us and
Granted, there is a very, very, very big difference between when she sees you as a man and when she doesn't. Let me throw that out there really fast before anyone gets too upset. There's a big difference, and I can see where Rowan was trying to kind of play that up a little bit to help everybody before anyone gets really, really upset.
First, beyond realization that this is an old god. This was the first mother.
You know,
She hates men. Clearly.
I hadn't noticed.
Really.
And I hate people who break people.
Maybe she meant it in like a
Fun, fluffy
Fun
sort of
way.
way.
Yeah.
fun way, yeah.
Here's what we need to keep in mind. I think she could snap her fingers and we could all lose the ability
To breathe.
Yes. So I think it would be in everyone's best interest to eat their pride and kind of do her beck and call.
I'd like to get out of here.
yes, we need to focus on having this interaction as smooth as possible, and we can bitch and complain and get all riled up as soon as we leave. But we need to have a because Rowan, what I was feeling was exactly what you said, that she could decide on a whim that we're dead, and I would be a pile of goo in the corner. So yes, I think that we need to focus on what we actually can do, instead of trying to parcel out what everyone's dealing with. Let's focus instead on the practicality of staying alive, because I really want to stay alive.
Mia chimes up. I don't understand why you're all so skittish about this. We found an old god. We can change things.
Okay.
We could have her help us.
I'm just saying. I don't know exactly
Also-
power comparison.
Comparison.
Yes, to the new gods.
I mean, the new gods aren't here. She is.
Correct, but why would she want to help?
Because she's the mother of all women and you have... Hi.
Hello?
Yeah.
I don't know. Oh, hi is in you, gotcha.
Yes, yeah. Me,
Oh yeah,
Rowan.
you are supposed to get us to Seldra and Fiona. I believe that's what we hired you for.
Oh yeah, absolutely. We'll do that. But I mean, if we can bring her with us, we could take back the world for us.
I don't think with just one we could do that.
I have no interest in ruling the world. It is.
I don't want to rule
quite
it. I don't want to be under the thumb of those.
She wants it to
damn
go back
knights.
before the Blades, which is hundreds of years ago. No one's been alive since then. You crazy? Maybe some elves.
Well, if she's that old, she has to be powerful, right?
Because gods wax and wane in power based off of how many follow. If the only ones that follow her are these women below.
For now. She looks over at Rowan. I mean, did you feel that area, like just being near her?
I mean, it did feel pretty good.
That is, I've never felt stronger.
That is
It
what gods
felt
do.
great after she decided I wasn't.
Right. But like, if all gods need to be more powerful is followers, I mean, any woman who's ever been through any situation, I mean, let's be honest, how many times have you been walking past the tavern and some drunkard decides to get handsy? No woman in her right mind wouldn't want to instantly flock to her.
As amazing as her aura is, I think
maybe we're getting a little ahead of ourselves. We should take this one step at a time, and I think the primary step is maintain the ability to breathe underwater. And then we can conquer the world after that, if we feel like it.
That's right, I can breathe underwater.
Yep.
She goes over to the pool and just jumps inside.
Gable just snorts and walks over to Anne. By the way, I hope Beefcake is around.
Oh, yeah.
Beefcake is just like rolling around, soaking wet, looking very uncomfortable, but alive. Because I am
What
not
about the
killing.
horses?
Oh, they're dead.
The horses are dead.
Oh, so you'll kill the horses?
The horses didn't have names.
We did name them. We did name them.
I spent 6 platinum on an exotic saddle to lose it 2 sessions later.
You did.
Is that what you're telling me?
We did
You
name
did.
them.
Oh.
Sorry.
And don't forget you owe me money.
Yes,
So,
and now I owe everyone money because I bought that exotic saddle.
I mean, yeah, what exactly do we have with this?
The things that you were wearing, so not your bags, not anything.
Oh my god, we lost our bags too?
Yeah.
That's
okay,
fine.
quick question.
Yeah.
Solaris keeps his spell book in a leather pouch that is buttoned up on his side, and he would have grabbed the fucking thing as hard as he could if he noticed that anything was happening.
You're a
Is my
wizard.
book okay?
I'm not stealing your spell book necessarily. You're
Okay.
a wizard. You're like
Okay.
you need to
I
piss
just
someone
didn't
off
know.
to have someone go after your spell book. You're
Let me
fine.
just
Okay.
delete everything except.
Don't delete it.
wet.
Don't delete it. Just you don't have it right now.
Okay.
So, okay, yes, okay. So now that Crazy Pants is not in here, we need. Yes, look. I have a unique viewpoint on this, and let me say that yes, I absolutely experience so much more whenever I'm showing my more feminine side than I do my more masculine side. Yes. Let's not release her into the world right now. Like I think that's a very bad idea. Like a month ago, like I didn't even find it useful or necessary to pray to any god or anything. Like they're just whatever. But the idea of us trying to release this one onto the world is kind of terrifying. So let's not do that if we could, please.
Let's focus on whatever this trial is she expects the guys to do.
Mitch raises his hand.
Yes, Mitch?
Hi. Yeah, still here. I think I'm pretty nice, to most people.
Mitch, you sound completely different.
What? Oh yeah,
You,
he's sober.
oh my god.
His accent.
Yeah, yeah, he's sober. It's completely different. It's okay, people. We're not just gonna go back. It's alright. But yeah, I think I'm nice to women. I think I don't catcall. And you teach me. I don't want to die.
You respect
Yeah.
women, Mitch.
I respect women. Yeah. All women.
I think we all
Okay.
agree here that none of us are the men that she views us as.
Chase
However,
is kind of in the corner, like filing his nails.
Solaris, I have an idea. Can you do you have any spells that make you look like you're wearing something?
No.
You don't have any sort of things that could.
I can do that to myself.
You can do it to yourself, okay, but not to someone else.
No.
I was thinking if we make them like this shining armor that's like having like white paint all over it, and if you proclaim you wanted to be their white knight, you could.
I
Rolls his eyes.
I don't think that's. I don't think
And
that's
maybe
gonna
like
work.
a hat kind of thing, like a fedora.
You really want disadvantage, don't you? You really want disadvantage.
Tips fedora,
Does it have a feather?
of course.
Do you want a neck beard with that?
I mean,
See,
I can't
now
grow
I feel
here.
attacked because I grow neck beards. I keep it trimmed.
But you
What?
won't keep it. That's the difference.
no one's
It's the
attack.
choice. You can't help if it grows, but it's the choice to keep it.
All right, I'll
Yes.
remember this. I'll remember this.
Good girl.
And it's gonna die.
Can it apply to Wednesday night only and not Fridays? Because Friday's already killing me.
That's fine. That's fine. Yeah.
Okay.
What does the room look like that we're in? Or I guess it's a conch shell.
It is a conch shell, so you see that there are two overlapping hooks to the shell itself leading upwards. You have about 40 feet in width and about 20 feet of height in either direction. And you notice where the conch seems to have that slight opening, it's angled downwards into the pool of water. Inside of here, there does appear to be this glowing blue moss-like material that gives you a bit of illumination to allow you to see.
That's in the water.
Connected to the conch itself.
Okay. Well, Rowan's gonna walk over to that pool of water to see if it's a tunnel somewhere.
It is not a tunnel, it's a sheer drop into a wide open area. And when you peer down, you do see that there are currently little creatures swimming around and other humanoids of that same make that I described earlier that's still a bit confusing to you, swimming past. And there appears to be one of them who's like currently swimming in circles outside the conch and smiling up at you. She's smaller than most of the other ones, but she's not like very small, and she just seems like energetic and waving.
I can Rowan beckon her over.
All right, yeah, she pops her head out of the water.
Hi, what's your name?
Oh, Shell. Or Shelly.
Hi, Shell. Oh, hi, Shelly. My name's Rowan.
I heard.
Yes. So, our guys here have some sort of trial they have to do tomorrow.
She looks
and
past you at all of them. I've never seen a man before.
Yeah, we've got a couple different varieties back there.
She's just like looking past you at all of them.
If blue faces could turn red, are they?
Roll insight. And also, Kothar, you are the only person old enough to know that these are sea elves.
Oh,
They no longer dwell on the surface land, although back in your era they did. So go
Cable
ahead.
just has his arms crossed, staring at her.
So go ahead, roll your insight.
Oh.
Yeah.
3.
Okay, she's kind of hard to read. She's just curious.
It's gonna come over to this conversation
All
as
of
well.
these, I think all of the women down here hate us as well.
Shelly, is there any way that we can take our boys to like rest and someplace that we can make sure they're fed for tomorrow?
Oh, do you need food? I can go get you food. Or you can come with me. I can go get food with you. No.
Shelly, give it to me straight. Are we stuck in here? Are the boys stuck in here?
They are, yes. Well, they can go out and swim if they want. I don't know how far they get.
Oh, can they not breathe?
I don't know. Can they?
I mean, sorry, under. Okay, yeah, you would know. Never mind, Shelly. I've had a rough day.
She's an aquatic creature by nature.
Okay, well, Ron will look at N. Do you think we should get the guys some food?
And it would help to see if perhaps we can find our things.
I don't know if we're gonna find them, especially the horses.
Do you want to go to the wreck? We can go to the wreck.
Oh,
yes.
yeah.
Well, come
Yes,
on.
because
And she just dips into the water.
I'm not worried about the horse, to be honest. I was worried about that battle. So I'm gonna...
N.
Seahorses.
I'm sorry!
Oh no! Seahorses have a new meaning.
Sorry, it just...
Too bad you
That was a
bought
lot of money.
steeds. Maybe they could have been saved.
Okay.
So yeah, she
Well,
already
I
dipped
mean,
back in the
that's not-
water. Are you going with her, or?
Oh, yeah, N's gonna go.
Yeah, Rowan's gonna wave the guys over. And say, hey, this tiny creature is gonna take us to the wreck and to get some food. I have concerns you guys can't breathe underwater anymore, but you can give it a shot and see if it's possible. And if not, we'll bring stuff back to you.
Gabriel would rather go within, so he's going to try.
Okay. You stick
With
your
that.
head in the water. You take a breath. You cannot breathe underwater.
No, we can't breathe underwater. Rowan, watch our friend, please.
And
Okay.
Shelly comes back over and like pops her head back out. I don't think they can breathe underwater.
I got that. And as a DM question,
Yeah.
if we can breathe underwater, we can cast spells underwater.
Yes.
Okay, perfect.
All right, Rowan will hop in.
Already.
Oh, Mia, don't you want to go with?
Oh, Mia already left a while
Yeah,
ago.
Mia's gone.
Yeah,
Oh,
she a
yeah.
biatch.
Yeah.
She just ditched us.
She's like, let's go adventure. She's curious. She's chaotic.
I'm gonna
I
look
am
around.
too, but
You look around, roll an investigation.
I want to see, like, do they have like what you would expect a classic, like, a temple to have almost.
All right, roll an investigation.
He's going to look around through the portal.
A 9.
I think in the conch.
Is it see-through?
No. But you look around and you discern that this conch is, in fact,
The
here.
conch.
You are inside of it. Now, you also notice over towards the back wall, there is a green gem that glows. And as you get closer to it, you kind of hear like a depressurization, like a pshh, and you sniff, and it's a bit cleaner air than the air that you were breathing. And this apparently is what is allowing you to breathe right now down here.
I'm just gonna stay right there.
So.
Oh, it's so good.
Tim's gonna pop their head back up and be like, just stay safe and still, you three, if you need me, Solaris, you can still send messages, right?
Not that far.
Mm.
I think Solaris went AFK. I don't know.
No, I can't.
There you go.
I'm sorry, what?
And asked if you could send a message to them.
Oh, yes.
Like,
Alright,
at a long range.
Not that far.
well, if
120 feet, give or take.
yeah, that's how far I can send one as well. So if I'm going to guess that we'll have some time, plenty of time while breathing underwater, or not, So if we do discover the rack and things, we'll come by and see if there's any messages, and then come back out. So as much as possible.
Okay, that sounds good. Please find my book if you find the wreck.
You have your spell book.
Oh! I thought you said.
No,
you
I said
don't have
I'm
it
not
with
going
you.
to take that away from you. I'm not that much
Oh
of a
no!
dick.
I thought you said it wasn't destroyed. You just don't have it
But-
with you.
No,
But there was the
no,
other
no.
book.
No, it
Okay,
might be
okay.
destroyed, but you have it with you.
Yeah.
Did you get the durable one?
Was that something we decided when we made my character, or what?
The 50
I don't remember
GP
that.
for the spell book. If you paid the 50 GP, you have the
I'm
durable
pretty
one.
sure I would have. Yeah.
I always ask wizards if they want it and emphasize it for that reason.
Well,
So-
yeah.
Alrighty then.
Absolutely.
The two of you jump
Okay,
back into the
then-
water and go.
My other books. That's what I think.
Yeah, the other one. Yeah, I'll keep an eye out
Yeah.
for it. I'll do the best I can.
Okay, thank you.
So, the two of you drip into the water, and you immediately get fully encompassed into this very calm, beautiful area. It is a very clear bluish green tint to everything, and as you are sinking downwards, you do notice that a lot more of these creatures like that, like Shelly, are looking at you both, and they seem curious but kind. They swirl around you, and like some of them start lifting up your hair. Other ones start like looking at your hands without webbing on it, and like being confused but fascinated by you.
I'm sure the hooves are a tizzy.
Oh yeah, they are confused by that. So, but they are all just swimming around as you are moving through, and Shelly is like shooing some of them away and goes, "I'm sorry, we don't get people out here."
That's
Been a
okay.
while.
They can all come.
Well, and a lot of people don't look like me up there, so I'm used to it. It's all right.
Are you unique?
Yes, in a lot of ways.
Fantastic! They seem very bubbly and energetic. As you are moving through here, you do notice that there are a few merfolk in this area as well. Swimming around with full fins and tails, like cresting through the area, holding onto tridents as you are moving through, and like looking at the two of you and smiling and nodding graciously, and then immediately turning back into more defensive position and manner as they are looking through the area. Moving through the city itself, it seems to be all made out of natural areas inside of the great vast water. It is built into the reefs. It's built into different shells and conches that are massive. Some of them even have large looming whales just crest through the water and move past this area. Everything seems to be at a state of peace here, and it's kind of wondrous to the two of you in a situation that you've never found yourselves in before. Watching as everything is moving around in perfect harmony and relaxation. You are moving past the limits of this would-be town, where you do see that your ship has crushed and was destroyed against the side of a large cavern down underneath the water. When you look up, you can barely even make out the glow of light above you. Impossibly far above your heads as well as you were moving through, and Shelly seems to be swimming insanely fast by comparison of you two, but she circles back around and goes, sorry, you're both very slow. Are you hurt?
I don't work out much.
That is fair. Neither do I.
Yeah, swimming is not a natural thing that we do. It's something we have to learn how to do.
That is curious. What do you do if you do not swim?
Walk.
Sounds exhausting.
I can fly a little, to be honest.
Well, that's just like swimming.
Yes, I think yes.
So, you continue over towards the wreck, and you do see the very large destruction that happens, and Shelly just shakes her head going, it is so sad that that beautiful contraption had to be destroyed by our mistress.
Yeah.
It wasn't ours, so
Was it the men? Did they
No, we-
take it?
Mia, that other chick, she stole it from some men, so it's cool.
She stole from men? Oh, that is hilarious. Do you have a lot of men where you come from?
Yeah.
Are they all as pretty as the ones down there?
Well, ours are especially pretty, but
But yeah, unfortunately, no. Some of them look more like, you know those fish that are at the bottom of the sea that sometimes get washed up from storms? Like, a lot of them look like that, unfortunately.
The bottom of the... That's just where we live. We don't call it the bottom. I mean, that's, rude.
Well, I guess it's just something unique to the way that we see it.
You're so weird.
Yeah.
She smiles a mile wide at you.
I've been called worse.
Oh, it's okay. We like weird. Weird is fun.
hey, Shelly.
Yeah.
After we come back from our stolen ship, did you want to meet the men we have?
Oh. I mean, if you'll introduce me, sure.
We could do that.
Cool. Do they know any tricks?
They know lots. I just can't think of them now, but if you ask them, I'm sure they'll be willing to do them.
They speak. Wow. That is amusing.
Yeah.
You let them learn how to speak and you're still swimming towards it.
Yeah, it's really, yep, we do.
Oh, that is amazing. Very nice of you to do that. We know men are not that smart.
They really aren't, but there's a lot of things that are on their brain other than intelligent things. But
She looks very confused at you.
Okay.
They have
This
never
tells
had
me
a
a-
man in their culture.
Right. So In's processing. In is not the brightest, so it's taking some time for In to process everything.
Oh. Have other things on their mind. Oh, like destruction.
Well, not
We
not
hear
ours.
they are good at that.
Yes, some are, but our men are. They don't engage in those types of activities. Usually, when they have things on their mind, it's food, and
Oh, that's why we're getting food. I hope they like sushi.
I'm sure they'll love it, especially Kothar.
Good. So, you make it over to the wreckage. The two of you are welcome to do an investigation check. Shelly is looking for her own trinkets.
If you could roll that for me, that would be great.
Sure. Where's your character sheet? There's your character sheet. Pop it up.
Oh, son of a... Ron doesn't see squat.
Well, it more dictates how long it's going to be until you see squat.
Okay.
+0, so an 11 for you, En. Not bad. Yeah. So as you're kind of searching through, it takes you both several hours to really scrounge up anything you might need. Rowan, you get the necessary bags that you really wanted for all of your companions. You're not sure how much of it is still usable. Most of it's probably destroyed, but more or less you have the bags on your person. And you did find your saddle. It just also took you around that amount of time, as well as your bag specifically.
Okay.
And when you crest upwards, you see that Shelly is kind of like just swimming in the middle of the water, and she's currently using a fork to brush her hair.
Did we see the horses?
Ended.
You don't want to see that, Ro.
All right.
I gave them each a pat on the head.
So, Shelly swims over and goes, "What is this thingy-mabob?"
A fork.
It's really good, and she keeps combing her hair with it.
I feel a song from Little Mermaid coming on.
How could we not?
Here, may I show you something? And with that,
You cut out there. What?
may I show you something with that?
Oh, sure. She hands you 6 other forks. She eluded forks.
Cool. And I'll show her how to, like, you know, with
It's the Little
2
Mermaid.
hairpins, like, you like twist your hair up and put it back, and then like put the 2 things in your hair. Like,
Cross
and I'll
it
show
through.
her how to do that. Yeah.
She does it and just. That is fantastic. This is fun.
Now Rowan tries to do that with her hair in the forks.
Give a dexterity check.
Stabs cranial skull.
Did I get it? Shark comes up from behind sniffing the blood. Okay, you managed to get one of them stuck in your hair, and you have, like, the beginnings of a messy bun that's just a little too poofy in the back, so it's, like, really pushed up in an annoying state. But you're like, hey, you think you got it?
I'll keep it in there.
All right. Oh, that is so pretty. I like this. This is so fun. Ah. But your men must be hungry.
Yes.
What
Do you have
they
any food?
eat? Oh, of course, we have plenty of food.
I think they're not very picky. What's your
What?
favorite?
We have sushi. We have this one thing. It is called a California roll. It is very delicious.
Let's get a bunch of those.
Okay. And you all swim back over, and you stop by what appears to be like a little shop of sorts, but it's kind of like one of those Asian market, like, outdoor shops that you kind of just, like, sit at the front and they serve you whatever you want. And yeah, as you get over there, you do see, like, another one of these individuals, same complexion, but this one has 4 braids in their hair, tightly pulled back and tied tight close to their head themselves. And as you get up, you see that they're currently chopping up a bunch of the animals and, you know, dicing them into the proper position. And goes, California rolls, right?
Yes, please.
Perfect. She produces very quickly, like, 16 full trays. She grabs an entire tuna and just fillets it right there on the spot. Very quick, very easy. They seem to have done this a lot. And then brings it over to you and goes, there you go.
How
Have
much?
a good day. How much what?
How much for the food?
I believe it probably weighs a few pounds. You
Oh,
should
I mean-
carry it, right?
Don't we have to pay you for the food?
What is pay?
Like we exchange something for the food? Do you not do that here?
We say thank you.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
Yes,
She
thank
hands
you.
you.
Yeah. Rowan will ask her, do you have any tacos as well? Or is this all you have?
Taco. No.
Okay.
It does not sound like something that would be good when it absorbs a bunch of salt water.
This is a valid point.
So,
Okay, Rowan, start carrying.
so, men, you've had several hours of waiting there patiently. What would you like to have done during that time?
I would have been talking to Solaris all about, like, just giving him the general description of this god. Like, I know nothing about her really, but here's, like, the general stuff that, we've heard about. Was she even part of, like, the old stuff? I don't think she was, because, fuck men and their wars.
She was a Pantheon member. You got a 22, right?
Yes.
Okay, let me look at the handout to see what exactly you got.
And I'd basically give Solaris all this information, because I think she'd enjoy it.
Was a Pantheon member, and she was one of the founding 4 gods or goddesses of this realm. There were 4 gods in particular that were the beginning ones in this plane of existence, in Sullum. They were the ones that saw to bring life to fruition and to give purpose to the people that would live inside of it. However, as soon as the first set of younger gods came through, i.e. Bahamut and the other ones, she became more reclusive. She fell into a relationship with a mortal. And unfortunately, that mortal was trying to use her immense power in order to gain favor with a few of the other gods and to destroy a section of civilization that was growing. As such, she, feeling immensely betrayed, confronted him about this and asked him why he would do that, and he simply said, "It is in our nature to have war." And to this day, she is held onto those words that it is in man's nature to have war. And that is why she has never fully returned to civilization or given man the respect that they believe they deserve.
Gotcha.
Are we in like a single room, or is this conch bigger than that?
It's a big conch, but it's not like sectioned off with like rooms or anything. It's just one area.
Gable looks around, listening in on this for anything interesting. And he ends up back at the portal and just watches for Ends return. Not saying anything.
I feel like waiting. I don't know. I think that maybe there's a chance I could actually see Bahamut possibly. I don't know where he'd be, but
Roll me another religion check, Kothar.
17.
The original 4 gods each allowed different gods to come to this realm, moving the responsibilities they had onto them in order to stay focused on their true callings in life and in nature. Bahamut was not directly associated and was not called here by Alu regime. He was called here by somebody else. Their name...
I probably never told it.
You would not have been told. I mean, see, the thing is, the ritual of godhood, the celebration of each of them, is the celebration of their history. So, would you have ever been at a celebration of Bahamut? That is the question.
Probably wasn't allowed.
Fair enough.
Yeah, our group wasn't allowed, probably.
Okay, then. Well, then. You would not know who he was directly associated with, but this might be one of the closest people to your god or closest entities to your god that you can hope to come across.
Yeah.
Solaris, he told you all that.
Okay. Quick question, Jiro. Since Bahamut exists in your world, does Corellin? I may have asked.
It is not. The Pantheon is not congruent to other worlds. Bahamut is just what we are using as a placeholder name. The crystal one is its
the
name.
crystal dragon.
The crystal dragon. It's just easier to translate for people
So-
understanding who they are by calling it Bahamut.
Do you have like
I
a
would say
different
Christmas.
story for how the elves came about then, or is there like another father of the elves that you have?
The story of how elves came to be, as Solaris would know. Roll me a history, Solaris.
Ay,
Not
11.
very good. The elves were the first humanoids to crest into this realm from the Feywild. They were not created by gods. They were natural creations in a different realm of existence. But that's as best as you know.
Okay.
Now,
And
they
I
did have
remember-
religion back then, but now it's so skewed.
All right. And I know we talked about a different deity that kind of mirrors Corellin in certain ways prior to this campaign. So, would he know about the Dark Mistress?
No, you would not.
Solaris?
Solaris
Okay.
would not know about her.
Okay. Shall have to find her then.
Solaris,
Okay. Yes.
I think you'd actually be quite fascinated with the process on how like my group became how they were.
Yes, it does quite fascinate me. I've read a bit into the gods and the complicated mess that is their lives, but I've not read much, so this information is definitely nice to know.
They like selected. I don't know. Different gods picked different ones. People brought them to them. Wayward souls, those that maybe owed a debt. Never the ones, at least for my group, never the ones that were the perfect like specimen for their religion. Because this was,
Yes.
as you can see how I am, we're a bit of like a chaotic mess. We caused a lot of issues when we first started out. We got the jobs done, but how we were created, we were all kind of taken and trained heavily, and those that survived, not necessarily dying, but like made it through. Some died, but
Yeah.
there was only a few in my group and few in other groups, but you got like a small essence of that god, I guess.
Right.
Not enough to like make you like a demigod or anything like that, or like you a god, but at least just like a very small amount. Like if your body was like an ocean of energy inside, it was like a raindrop.
Interesting.
To give
But
you that
yet you-
connection with them.
Have so much physical comparison.
Like how I look.
That single drop seems to have quite a weight.
And maybe it's some connect better than others.
Yes.
Some, I guess,
I can see that.
had a better way to use it. There are
I
some
am,
far better than me.
I am, to be quite honest, I'm very intrigued by your god, Bahamut.
Yes, the crystal one. Yeah.
The crystal one. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. What is he like?
Stoic. Very much cared about protecting anyone, and especially those that were weak, had little, that people would forget to protect. And he kind of pushed that in us. I mean, I used to not care about those sort of things, and it's trying to get better. You'd think after a few hundred years it'd be better, but takes time, I guess.
As do all things.
Yeah.
Well, he seems pretty close to an idea of perfect, whatever that is.
No, gods are far from perfect, I'd say.
Yes.
I mean, it was interesting being in their presence. How Rowan and Anne and Mia described it was, I think, similar. I remember when I first met him, the same feeling I got from her, I got from him.
One of fear, or
I was on the receiving end of his people, yeah.
I bet that was quite terrifying. To face the god.
Indeed, I thought I was going to die that day. But it's interesting. Maybe we can find out more. I don't know when
Yes.
this transition of gods happened, but
I would like to read more into it.
I think it has something to do with the blades for sure, because since the last time I was awoke, the blades were barely, they were like minuscule compared to what they were now.
Right. Does Jiro, does Solaris know anything about the history of the blades?
As is written, the blades came into creation around the same time that the first council of Solemn produced itself. Back when Croston took care of the first grand threat that was going to destroy all of the realm, the Blades of Light formed as the protective boundary between this realm and all the others that encroach into its territory. They grouped themselves together and have stoically stood as a paragon of faith and of devotion to the people ever since, as it is written verbatim in their textbooks that they wrote themselves. You are a learned individual, you are not an ignorant individual. You understand that history is written by the winner.
Yes, absolutely. So we know their side. Yes, I would definitely like to know more. The written texts, as I kind of say that and bring that up with Kothar, seem to be, like I said, written more by the winners and the people that want to show off a certain image. But I'd like to find the other things.
Kothar, you were there for the first threat of Solemn, and that happened before the Blades of Light were even a thought of production, and hundreds of years before King Croston took over. The first major threat to all of Solemn and civilization was from Findrick, the god of loss. He managed to come here, and none of the gods were directly associated with him. None of them brought him here, though somehow he managed to gain power and influence, and he was planning on teaching this realm exactly how much appreciation they should have towards life by removing everybody's favorite thing from them, the one thing that they do not want to live without, teaching them a lesson in loss and how it will empower them. Your group was the one that put him down.
As Kothar's describing that to Solaris, one of his tattoos is actually like almost like an artistic depiction of that war. It's one of the lower ones on his forearm. And it almost seems to, like, if you've seen Moana, you know how like the tattoos on I forget his name.
Maui.
Maui move.
You're welcome.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
They kind of move as well.
Nice. How long ago was that war?
Kothar, it's hard to know.
I don't know time well.
Yeah. For you, it was a long time ago.
Would Solaris know?
You've never heard of anything about that.
Okay.
That is not written history or knowledge.
It was before the Blades, if that helps Solaris.
So you are quite old.
In when I was born, yes, but something weird happened for me, and basically if I would die, I would get put in a tomb, and risen again.
Oh. That is quite fascinating.
Apparently, I'm very,
So,
very adept at receiving magic like that. Casting it myself is not something I can do, but I'm quite connected with resurrection.
interesting. Love to learn more about that.
But age-wise, I mean, I've only walked maybe 30 years.
Yes, well, some would say
Maybe.
that the wisdom or experience that in the previous life would have carried over. So I can see it. You do seem to exhibit quite a heightened wisdom about you.
I appreciate that. I think my wisdom's all right. I kind of
Stat wise.
act on it.
Roleplay
What?
wise.
Yeah.
It's all right. My wisdom's not bad.
Yeah.
I think you're. I think there's some hidden wisdom there that you
Haven't
might not
tapped myself
recognize yet.
I was
But anyway.
good at leading people and having people that were wiser than me around and using
Yeah.
that wisdom and
Good.
intelligence,
A
such
wise
as
person.
what you have
Oh.
yourself.
I appreciate that.
Yes, but where you think they're going to come back here? Like, did they get lost?
I'm not sure. I am honestly unsure of how far they brought us to this place from the ship.
Yeah, that was my first time drowning. That was
Oh yes, it's not fun. I drowned twice before actually going into the ocean.
I know I slapped you a few times in the back.
Yeah, thank you for that.
It's all right.
Well, I guess Solaris kind of just looks around at this very
It would
interesting giant conch shell.
He would be messaging to as soon as they got in range to let them know they were on their way.
So you get a message from N stating that they are picking up sushi and they are on their way back, but it's been like 6 hours. And after about 10 minutes past that point, they all crest over the edge, and you see Shelly is still like in the water, and she has like 16 forks in her hair right now.
Looks like you all had fun.
We tried.
Did you find it?
Would I have found his book? Because I would have specifically looked for it.
You found the
I
bag.
meant the wreckage. The wreckage. Did you
Oh,
find the
yeah.
wreckage?
And it's just like pulling stuff over the thing, like really awkwardly. Like, yes, we
Oh.
did. And we got as much from it as we could have.
All right. Did you happen to find any of my normal books?
You
Yeah,
got the
and-
bags, which presumably would have whatever they had on them in them.
Our
Would you-
brothers, they were in the bags.
Yeah, my books were in my bag. They're probably soaked and destroyed, right? Jiro?
Yeah, anything that was not magically protected is now kind of soaked and destroyed. If you needed it to be in good use, it no longer is. Luckily, however, one thing that you would notice is the receipts are magically protected.
Oh,
So
nice.
you still have the money that you're supposed to have.
All
Yeah.
right. Is the damage of the books beyond mending capability, like the spell?
Mending would fix any tears, but it would not restore the ink that is destroyed.
I see.
Yeah, and would be like going through things, and anything that they can fix, they will be doing so.
He just takes a deep sigh and like, well, I read them 10 times each anyway. Could use some new books. You see a small tear form in his eye.
Well, if we
My
ever
mess
make it
kit
back
is
to,
soaked.
if we ever make it back to Umbridge, you know, you're welcome to use our library.
All right. Well, I'm excited to go to Southern as well. You wouldn't imagine the libraries there.
Well, you've just made space in your bag for more books.
Absolutely.
Rowan casts Destroy Water on all the bags and tries to get rid of the water.
Oh no.
Oh shit, never mind. For it.
Wait, so when you like destroy water, does it like turn to steam or does it just disappear?
I think it does what it wants.
Yeah.
So, by the way, everyone, this is Shelley. She helped us get back to the ship. So,
Hello, man. I hear you are well trained.
Solaris just bows and acts as a servant.
Rowan like gestures behind Shelly, like go along with it.
Yeah.
Oh, this is fantastic. Well, here is your food. She produces the trays of food, and it is all California rolls. Nothing but California rolls.
May we eat?
She
Madam
looks over
Rowan.
at Rowan and N.
Yes, you can tell them to eat if you want to, Shelly.
Oh, that is not my place.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I don't own them. I don't think I would like to own a man.
We are so starving, Madam Rowan.
Yes, Madam Rowan, please allow us to eat.
Men, you may eat.
Thank
told
you.
you one thing on their minds, and it's food.
It's food.
That is
We're gonna
understandable. I get hungry a lot too.
I live from meal to meal.
As we all do.
Gabriel, are you gonna eat?
I think he's sleeping. Jason.
What?
Yeah, I think he's sleeping.
Everyone yell at him. Ah!
Oh, there he is.
There he goes.
Hey. Nope, still asleep.
Oh,
It's alright. We'll let him sleep. He's tired. It's cool.
That's funny.
He doesn't like California rolls.
He just
Gabriel,
grumbles
you
in the
want any?
corner. He grumbles in the corner and eats.
Oh,
Morning.
Morning.
Morning. So you are now being fed California rolls
What is
Shelley?
in this?
by Shelly. It is avocado, it is tuna, it is rice.
Does it say dry?
Because we know how to treat our food. Nobody likes soggy rolls.
It's true. Actually, I've never had these before, so I don't know what is true or not.
You are right, they are very well taught, they can speak very well.
Yes.
Good, good. So what purpose do they serve? Do you use them to move things, or just breeding?
Solaris casts Mage Hand and picks up a roll with it, and then uses it to eat.
Oh. You give them magic? Nice. I am not
Yep.
powerful enough to give people magic.
Well, this man, whose name is Solaris, actually has his own magic.
How do you have your own magic? Nobody owns magic. You can just lend it to people.
Oh,
No, you
well.
can actually study it as well.
Why do you have to study it? Don't you just know it?
It's complicated. Some people have a innate gift, and some people approach it from more of a logical.
Oh, so because you are not gifted, you have to learn. That makes sense.
Sure.
Yeah, I am actually the strange one above land because I didn't have to teach myself.
But nobody, I mean, has to be taught how to do magic. You just have to feel it.
Well,
I
yes,
do not
there's
feel the
still a
magic.
feeling. Well, that is not everyone knows magic on the surface world.
But most people do, right?
Many, in varying degrees.
Me not good with magic.
Just I hear someone snugging a cat. I get it.
Hey, that was not me.
Sorry, I
Oh,
forgot
okay.
I was
Dog.
muted. The dog's
Dog
been
is-
to me.
I was wondering how doing that with their mouth staying still.
I'm sorry?
Nothing. I'm sorry. As you were.
As you were. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Solaris actually is like, yes. There's still a feeling. You still have to feel the magic. However, we just have to memorize certain. It'd be easier for me to just show you. And he pulls out his spell book and actually opens it up and shows it to her. And he's like, this is an arcane sigil, and he starts going into like all this stuff.
She
And, like,
takes
he-
the
he
book out
doesn't
of your
stop.
hand and begins reading through it as best she can. That seems unnecessary, and just hands it back.
Master
Yeah,
N,
well.
you should clearly not, oversell how powerful Gabriel is as well, since he
Which
is
one
yours.
is the Gabriel?
Gable looks at Kothar darkly, wondering what he's up to.
The beautiful half-elven man.
Half elven. Oh wait, are you elves? And looks at everybody.
No,
Some of us.
I am.
No.
Yes, I am.
Ah, you're surface elf. Oh, okay.
That is correct.
That
yes.
is okay. That's why you're not blue.
Yes. Yes.
But you can do magic too? Looks at you, Gabriel.
Yes, to some degree.
Oh. But you did not have to learn it like the pointy-eared one.
I learned how to harness it in different ways.
Ah. Okay. Wow, they are so weird. Smiles at you, Anne.
Yes, yeah. We kind of are. I'm not gonna lie. We kind of are.
So how long do you all plan on staying?
Well,
We have a trial tomorrow, so I guess that will determine how long we will.
You're why we're having the trial. Oh, that makes so much sense.
Shelly, what are the trials like?
Oh, they're different every time. Alur Rajin is very creative.
Are they like, is it more like we sit around and talk, or sometimes do people like punch each other?
Sometimes.
Sometimes do people eat sushi?
Those are for festivals, not trials.
Okay. What's the worst thing you've ever seen happen at a trial?
Oh, there was the big green man came here, and he tried stealing our treasure. So Alu Regine put him into a pit with 6 sharks.
Like nurse sharks?
No.
Okay.
They were big. Each one bigger than him.
What's the best thing you've ever seen happen at a trial?
Oh, that is when she talked to Vurikan. That was such a beautiful moment. The two of them joined together and she became her vessel for a short period of time. It was very beautiful.
Okay.
Yeah. This is fun. I like new people.
Yes.
I like meeting new people too.
I'll be sure to get front row seats. She just keeps smiling and looking back. She seems perfectly content in the awkward situation of being here.
Shelly.
Yeah.
Did you need anything else?
No.
Shelly, I have a question if I may ask.
Sure. Or you may.
Thank you. Is your group down here?
Yes.
I know elves live a long time, but how do you keep your congregation, your following of the First Mother?
I don't understand. What?
How do you keep people there? Like, how do you increase the amount of people?
Oh, we breed.
But it's all women.
Mostly.
Oh, so there are men here.
Not here. Elsewhere.
Ah.
We have a trade with them.
Like
When
sexual?
one of our kind, well, I mean, we don't really view it like that, but when one of our kind decides they want
strictly
a daughter,
business.
yes, we trade goods, and they give us one of their men until we can
And get
fill
his
our room.
goods.
No, just his semen.
Oh,
But no, Shelly was a euphemism for.
I don't understand. I'm
It's
still
fine.
very young.
Oh, Jesus, Kothar.
I'm sorry, I thought.
I have not decided that I wanted a daughter yet.
What happens if you have a boy?
We don't.
Insight check.
Go for it.
Oh shit, I hit it twice. 13. Sorry.
She seems earnest in that statement.
They don't like feed their boys to like some kraken down below.
I mean,
I get to turn into a kraken.
she's not giving you that vibe.
alright,
Rowan's
cool.
like, I can eat children. But
Oh my god.
no, we just do not produce men. Yes. Never have.
That is quite interesting.
Well, this is one of the gifts that Alud Rajin gives us. Why? Are you common up there? Or are you rare?
Myself?
Well, men.
Don't know, maybe about 50-50? I don't know.
Wow, that must be very confusing. So many. How do you learn all their names?
And we don't know if we'll have a boy or a girl.
Oh, that has to be stressful.
Yes.
Oof. That really is unfortunate.
But you clearly need both.
No,
No?
no. You don't need both.
Then
We
how would you
prefer
be able
doing
to...
it this method.
They just need a semen.
Yes.
There's an... But without... I'm just going to stop.
Thank you.
I mean, we don't keep them as like livestock or anything like that. We do a fair trade.
Free range.
What is a range?
Never mind.
This is fun. You have such weird customs.
Yeah. Are you employed?
No, my mother works. I do not.
What's your mother do?
Oh, she's a librarian.
Oh,
Yes.
nudges Solaris. So there must be a library here, huh?
Yes.
Wait, what?
She protects the books.
What kind of books?
I don't know. I don't read. Boring. I like swimming.
Hey, Shelly,
Yes.
do you like those forks in your hair?
They're very nice. Shiny.
I'll give you the 2 forks I have in my hair if you can bring us a book from the library just to pass the time. Is that allowed?
Roll persuasion.
I'm trying, Solaris.
And it'll
Thank
like
you.
show the like bracelets on their tail and be like, and you can even have one of these as well if you bring us one, because we want to learn more.
So you're helping,
Yes.
which is still an 11.
But it's not a 10.
It's not a 10.
I tried.
So you give me pretty shiny things, and I let you borrow a book from us.
Yeah.
Okay. And she immediately swims away.
Oh, thank you, Owen.
Oh, yeah.
I might not be entirely bored while we wait in this place.
And maybe there's something useful in there, too. I mean, honestly, I'm a little bit worried about the trial. So I just don't know what to expect. Maybe this will have something in there.
Did we get all our stuff back while I was asleep?
All of your bags. So anything that was in your primary bag is fine.
So would that include my sword and my armor, or?
Oh, I presume that you sunk and died with your armor on, so yeah. But sure.
Oh, okay, sure.
Alright, so. All of you have a moment of privacy without Shelly. Is there anything you wish to do?
Rowan will turn around to the men very frantically and say,
What did you say?
No, listen. I know this is probably really demoralizing, but all the men just need to suck up to all the women until we get out of here.
Yes, I know. It's going to take every inch of my being, though.
To suck up to the women? Or to be demoralized?
To pretend that I'm a servant to...
To be their bitches.
Yes. But
There's part of me that is having a blast,
I'm sure.
but I also feel for you guys. I'm so,
That's fine. That's fine. The next time we go to a place where
Alright.
a man is completely sexist, we'll reverse roles.
Yes, and we won't defend you.
And N will
Just
adapt.
kidding.
Hey, look
You'll
at
bring
that.
us.
Mustache.
Just kidding.
Good.
no. I realize it's awful, and I'm sorry. It's just there's a little part of me that just is very. He finds it hilarious.
No, and I agree that it is the best course of action. Just know it'll be difficult.
Gabriel,
Rowan,
are you mad at me?
why would I be mad at you?
I don't know, you just seem grumpier than usual.
That's saying a lot, but no, I'm not grumpy than usual.
Okay.
I think it was some of the comments that were made, not necessarily by you all, but
Yeah.
she is a goddess of old. If that one of the originals actually,
Oh, that's
like
great.
OGs.
Let's. I'm gonna go sit down in the corner for a few minutes. I'm gonna be over here and just like walks off and just stares at a wall for like a few minutes.
Okay.
Interesting.
Solaris, are you still here?
Yes, I'm still here. Sorry.
No problem. I need you to give me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, fun.
What's happening?
What'd you get?
16.
Okay. One moment, everybody. As you're all sitting here having this conversation, and you are listening to them, please mute. I can hear myself clearly. Solaris, you feel a compulsion to bring out that book that you have.
Oh no.
Okay.
Oh my god, it's the book.
So,
One stash?
pretty much. Now, as you bring it out, you look at the first page where 4 names are being written in as you are looking down at it. The first one is ACEO. ACESO. The second, Alu Rajin. That one you are already familiar with. The next one is Irene. EIRENE. And the last
Wait, sorry.
one,
Spell that one more time. Sorry.
EIRENE.
Okay.
And the last one, whose name is written in perfect calligraphy, is Herency. HEIRANCY.
So, Solaris, what's up with the book?
It's telling me something.
Specifically?
Names. Names that I do not recognize. Well, actually, I recognize one. Wait, did you say I did recognize Herency or no?
You don't recognize Herency. You recognize Alu Rajin. But all
Right.
4 of the names are written in the book as you are looking at it.
The names
As
are...
in,
and I tell them. What was it? Asiso?
Asiso,
Asiso?
Irene,
Irene and Herency. And then
of course,
Alu
Alu
Rajin,
Rajin.
of course.
religion check?
Sure, although you are going to be given a bit of this. Those are the first 4 deities of the realm. Or the first 4 of 5. It leaves out the founding deity of the realm. The 3 sisters, each one representing a different aspect of this world. Irene, representing Earth and nature. Asiso, representing the mountain and the flame. And Herency, representing the wind and the skies. Alu Regine represents the waters. But it does not mention the first deity to find this plane of existence. Roll your religion check.
Okay. 7.
You know there's supposed to be another one, but you can't remember who it is. Solaris, as you're looking down at these words, you just hear in your mind once again, remember.
Secrets. Understood.
And as you're all sitting here contemplating the meaning of this, you watch the water rises up once again, producing the same fluid dress of Lou Regine as she stands out of it. The water beginning to flood outwards around you as she rises. Why do you bring that tome to my domain?
What, this old thing? I found it in a crypt.
She holds her hand out.
Oh, you want this?
She just blinks at you.
He hands it.
Give me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh shit.
Solaris, you can't give this book up.
So he starts handing it halfway and then stops.
You are
And then you
cursed with
see
it.
His hand shaking.
You bring a cursed one down here, to my domain. Her attention snaps to you, Rowan. Why?
I had no idea. I thought it was just a normal book. I don't think he had any idea that he couldn't hand it over, right, Solaris?
He doesn't say anything.
So
Right?
tell me, cursed one. The waters kind of flood around you as she is moving closer. Why do you have this tome? Why do you carry it? What do you hope to gain by talking to him?
Secrets.
Secrets are meant to be kept hidden.
I disagree.
Then you are a fool. She reaches her hand down, grabbing the book. Give me a strength saving throw.
Oh, shit.
Oh, that's cocked. What'd you get?
12.
As you can imagine, a deity of the raging waters is quite strong. You try holding on with both your hands, and she plucks it from it, as if she's taking a straw from a toddler. And you immediately feel a wanting to have that book back in your possession. She turns over to you, Kothar. Restrain that creature so its head can become clear.
I will grab him.
Opposed athletics between the two of you.
Oh,
Solaris,
Cable
you're becoming
also.
obsessive about getting that book back. Gabriel, go
I'm
ahead.
gonna use my last. Okay, he's giving me advantage.
Yeah,
okay.
he's helping you. You have advantage.
An inn will, if things go poorly, hold charm person.
Alrighty. Well, as he's just about to break out, the two of them are going to be able to hold him down, but he is ripping and clawing past them, wanting that book back.
Solaris, calm yourself.
She can't take it.
It is not yours to have.
It is not yours.
No. She begins sinking back into the water, disappearing with it. And that's where we're going to end tonight's session.
Shit.
Nice.
So, everybody, thank you for hanging out today. Hope you all enjoyed yourselves. It was a interesting journey, to say the least. So the second god that you meet, not bad. She's
Not
pretty
bad.
cool. I like her. She's chill. She's scary. But anyways, thank you all for watching. Yeah. And we will be back again next week. So, goodbye.